Hi YouTube, I'm Coralfire, and today's video I'm going to go through each of the contraptions that I've made a video for on this channel to see if they are working in the release candidate for Minecraft 1.16. And if there's no changes to Redstone, which I don't imagine there would be between now and 2 days from now, then this video will go live with all the changes that you need to run these farms and contraptions in your world if you've built them up following my tutorials, because Redstone got changed, which I'm actually really excited about. I think the changes are really good. I think, unfortunately, they break some stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd go through and we would just check on each one of these contraptions I've built here in my survival world, and if there's something wrong, then we'll go fix it in creative. I thought I'd start here with my passive mob farm, because this was a real challenge. The big reason for it was that water was killing grass when it went... Ooh, that was not a safe landing there. Oh, I don't have a bucket in my inventory. But water was killing grass, and one of the latest pre-releases has actually fixed this. I did not think this through. And so I had to design this sweeper here, and then I was doing some terraforming, and I noticed that the grass wasn't disappearing right away. And basically, this farm works. I've been staring at it for a while. This farm totally works, but so does the old one by Rayworks that I was trying to replace, that I'd built in this pit and replaced. So Rayworks, his version of the meat market should still work in this version now. And now let's hop over to that world and take a look at that, which it's slightly more efficient than this design, and it doesn't have any breakable slime pushing machines, so it's definitely a better design. This, for most of the snapshots for 1.16, was literally the only farm that I could find that was a passive mob farm that worked, that wouldn't destroy itself. And then right at the very end of the development cycle, they decided that the speed that water destroys grass was a bug. So it was an intended feature that it destroy the grass, which they were very clear about, but just the speed at which it does that has now been changed. Now, this has been giving me some issues when this world here, since it got updated, so it might freeze right there, exactly. I thought it would freeze here. So this is something to do with the update in this world not jiving, but I've replaced this spawn pad here with grass. All the other ones were destroyed in previous versions, and you can see here that it is not being destroyed. I've run this for several minutes, about 20 minutes, even with this horrible lag which is happening just in this one specific timing in this world, and I'm not sure why. You can see that this has not been destroyed. I'm going to log out though, because I don't want to film a video that looks like a slideshow. Oops, wrong world. Okay, so this farm here works, but there's also the better equivalent to it, but it is good to know that this works. So if you want to make a slightly faster version, then Rayworks' meat market is the one to go with, and of course it's a little bit outdated, so you would only build one floor. He's talked about that in previous videos. So this gets a check mark, but also it's no longer the best way to do this. Water systems are still much better for this sort of thing, so it's kind of an obsolete design in a way. Not every farm has been broken by the 1.16 update. In fact, some of them have actually been improved, since wither skeletons are now the only mob that will spawn on wither roses, making them much more efficient. So that doesn't really change anything to do with my dog swapping auto killer here. This still works with pretty much any wither skeleton farm. I am still using the old version that uses iron golems down at the bottom, and then they come up to this nether portal. This was one of the first videos that I put out with the contraption, but it still works. There's really no redstone in here that would have broken. The dogs can still be brought in if you stand on the pressure plates. They go away, and then you're able to swing your sword at these guys and use looting to get your mob heads step off. These guys come back up. So this is working fine. There's nothing at all broken about the concept or the redstone. Yeah, this one's working fine. So this video gets a pass. By far the most popular video of mine is the improvements I made to Captain Wutax's design for a villager trading hall. And so I've just switched over in a backup of my survival world where I have that hull actually built up. So we can test this in creative mode. I think it should totally be fine. I don't think there's any problems with this. There's no real redstone dust in this, so it should be fine. Let's just test. Ooh, getting rid of some of these guys. Yeah, that works all fine. Cool. So then if we were to spawn in a villager, oop, that's not what I meant to do. He would see that, he'd run around, get scared by the pillager who is putting himself in timeout in the corner there, and eventually make his way into this. My system in here is a little janky, but this cell here totally works. Well, right after I said that, he went and found that, and then he will, of course, eventually pick up his profession once the right time of day comes around. So, yeah, there's no problem here with this. This is working just fine, which is very, very good. That would have really sucked if this broke. Okay, so the big one. This one is definitely broken. This is my auto brewer that can efficiently brew any single potion in the game. This took me ages to design, and it is a massive squirrel's nest of redstone in the back here. This is one I didn't do a tutorial on. I just provided a world download because it's so complicated, and it's broken. It's completely broken. You can see even in my survival world, as soon as I realized it was going to break, I didn't bother building the rest of this room or anything like this. I just built the machine and then immediately realized it was going to break. So I've gone through and I have fixed it in a creative world. And yeah, I can jump over there and kind of show you what I've done here. I think this is the only one that's actually like properly broken that I've done, which is good news. But yeah, it's a bit of a doozy, so we'll go through it and take a look now. Okay, so some of you might remember that there were multiple versions of this. There were 4 different versions. I don't remember why there's 5 here. I think these 2 are duplicates. I think I was trying something out and I duplicated that one over. So we're just going to go through and basically go through each one of these. This is, let's just go through the complicated ones. So these 2 are exactly the same, only this one has more functionality. I've updated it for the 1.16 update. The older versions of this will not work. So if you have a world download and you don't have these purple signs, sorry if you can hear my cat running around here, then it's not going to work. The main issue is this red coder back here was broken. So rather than putting in one of the new red coders, I've actually gone and done this sort of extended version. So if you don't know, if you had a red coder, they used to look like this, and you would put a input into here. Now to fix that type of red coder, you just need to extend it out like this, and it will work. And the reason why I've put in one of these slightly bigger red coders is because the redstone in this corner here uses the layout of the red coder as it is to do a lot of complicated things for specific cases for potions. So it needed to remain this way. You could replace with the basic concept a different red coder, but simply I thought it would be better if someone's built this up in this world to do something that would be easy to fix. Pushing this back meant pushing back this gold circuit here, which meant I needed to do some fiddling around. So I've brought up this, and I've used one of these target blocks here because they have that unique functionality of redstone turning into them to my advantage here. So rather than bringing this line up around through here, you can just bring it straight into this block, and that is to turn off the signal coming from the lectern at the front, so that when a button is pressed, then it brews the potion. So I believe that was the only thing that really needed changing in this world, or in this version of the machine. So let me just brew up the most complicated potion that I can. Let's do a splash potion of invisibility. And let's use the lectern feature because that's the part that was definitely broken. Oh, right. Do not use this page. I might have just broken it. What are the rules for remove netherwort from brewing stand, brew any potion in this book. Right. Night vision visibility. Okay. So yeah, that was one of the unique problems with this, and now of course the whole bloody thing is going to blink around until, yeah. The one temperamental thing about this, it started a clock. Okay, it should work if I brew a potion anyway. We saw in this video the trouble that was caused by this circuit here. This is the circuit that allows the signal strength from the lectern to only turn on for the duration of a button press. And of course it's using signal strength to override a comparator, so if it goes to signal strength 15, this circuit will fire and cause no end of issues. So this is the version here that won't break anything. It works by pushing a block in front of the signal strength rather than overriding it with a redstone signal. So it just brings up here and pushes that block in front. And this version won't break when the last page is used. It will act exactly the same as the previous pages. So page 14 or page 13 in your book will be the same as page 15 now. So just going to this page won't do anything. There won't be anything in this hopper. Let's just clear out some things here. So right now, just to show that this is working, I'm going to make a splash potion, awkward potion, using this page, like that. Boom. There we go. 2 ingredients showed up. So it basically simply works the same as the other ones now, and this machine will no longer break if you simply flip the book to the wrong page. That was a pretty big flaw, which has now been addressed. So the world download, it will be updated, and that's everything for the additions to this video. Okay, so that has worked. I did some other tests with this. This is now working, which I'm super happy about. So the 2 complicated versions work, and it turns out the simple versions, they just work. They didn't need any changes. There wasn't anything that used sort of that stair mechanic that got broken. Like if you move these up, redstone up, upwards using signal strength, nothing actually got broken in here. Which is crazy, but yeah, no, none of this redstone relies on that. So this version here is totally good. And so is this one. And this was the version that I recommended people build. This one here in the middle. So yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna release this world download minus this one, which is just me testing stuff. It's broken. So yeah, I'm gonna release this world so that if you do need to make those changes to either of those first ones, which are basically the same machine, just missing one circuit. Yeah, it's working now, and it's pretty easy to fix something that's already been built up in your world, just with a few simple changes, like I said, to the red coder and that blue circuit down there. I might actually try and do some more changes with this blue circuit to make it so that that book doesn't break it when you go to the certain page, but we'll see if that works or not. So yeah, this is working. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I think that is every single contraption that I've done. Only one of them's got broken, and one of them I just say don't bother building it and go build Rayworks's, because that is a better design, and I'm so happy that it works again. So yeah, that's everything for today. Cheers, folks. Enjoy the 1.16 update.